Is there any connection to a sheep?
Sheep.
And if not, I have an idea of what it might be.
I can't think of anything.
The only other thing I can think of, is there any connection to Ireland or England, somewhere like that?
We just got back from Ireland in October. It was our 25th wedding anniversary, and so I saw a ton of sheep. Oh my gosh, yes. In Ireland, I was on an excursion and tons of sheep.
Okay, so that's what she's bringing up, is the sheep. I just want to cry because she's just such a great communicator. It makes my and you're getting the validations.
You and me chasing down forever after.
Hello and welcome to Grieving to Believing. I'm Deb Sheppard. We are not designed to bury our children, and for those that do, it has been the most difficult journey. My mission is to help parents find peace and to heal, knowing that their loved ones are okay and that they are still giving them messages. Besides knowing a mother or father has lost a child, I do not know who I'll be reading for today. So please join me and let's get started. Hi, I'm Deb. Welcome.
Thank you. My name's Debbie. Good to meet you.
I just love your name. You must be around the same age then, right? We're named at the same time.
We don't mention the names or the ages, right?
Absolutely not. Well, I am really honored that you're willing to do this with us today and help with other people, as well as hearing from your child as well and your loved one. So I'm just going to tune in. I will feel your energy. You feel really upbeat, like, I'm ready for this. I'm prepared. I've got this. So that really helps for both of us, and it helps that flow of energy from the other side. So I'm very, very grateful. As a medium for myself, I see and hear a lot of things, and I use all my information to give you a message. So if something doesn't make sense, please say, can you give me some more clarity? Or if it makes sense to you, let us know for sure. I also feel that you've had quite a few people pass in the last several years. Does that make sense?
There has in the last 5 or so, yes.
Yeah, I just kind of feel like you've been going through some layers of understanding. As we do get, age, of course we do have more losses, but I feel like you've been doing a lot of processing. Of course, losing a child is on the top of the list for sure. My first question, did you lose a son?
No, daughter.
Because I was getting earlier a male around me. So I'm just going to tune into that first of all. Is there a chance that there's also been a younger male that's passed around her or around you as well?
Yes.
Okay. Was this person pretty outgoing, highly spoken, or not so much wanting to be the center of attention, but definitely wanted to have a voice? Does that make sense?
Yeah, and did you say you think that he's younger, or
you'd be in your daughter's generation as someone younger?
Yeah, there is someone that was about her age.
Okay, because I'm getting this younger male coming through very strong. It doesn't mean your daughter isn't with us, but I'll just let you know that he's been talking to me for a while. So if you may be a messenger for another parent or another loved one to say, guess who also showed up? He's telling me his passing was more unexpected. Does that make sense to you?
I believe so.
Okay. Also, do you have a father or an older male that's also passed around you?
Yes.
Because he comes through really strong as well. And he's coming through in a sense of letting you know, almost apologetic. And it doesn't mean that he is sorry for a lot of things, but just a feeling of what you've been through or just not being there for you maybe during certain times of your life. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And oh my goodness, now I'm feeling your daughter. What's your daughter's name?
Haley.
Okay, first of all, I'm getting major chills. Was Haley the one that tried to put other people in front of her? Was she the one that could be an advocate, or one like, hey, mom, guess who else is here? I feel like her bringing through this young male is also just say, I know his mom's not here, but I want you to know he's here with me. So that's the feeling I get. And he was like, yay, yay, yay. I also feel like Haley is an individual that had a huge heart. Like, she was the person that had a huge heart, would do anything for anybody, a child you could be proud of at the same time. Like she wants to do things correctly or right. Like I want to get good grades. I want to do the right thing. So she's coming through with just that energy of, I want to be your cheerleader. And my whole body is vibrating with her because I just feel this excitement. And she's also saying, proud of you for what you've done around her passing, because I feel as if you've taken her death, and of course, traumatic, difficult, challenging. And she says that you're trying to turn it into a positive. You're trying to look at doing this by helping either other parents or trying to help yourself and also see it from another perspective. She says, this is never the journey you expected, but she says she was also raised to look at the glass half full, to look at things in a positive way. She says also sometimes people don't get it, is the words that she's telling me, Debbie. She's almost feeling as if it's even hard to explain to people where you are in this grief process. She's given me the number 3, which could mean some different things. It's been 3 years. It was the month of March. She's the 3rd child, something around 3. So I'll leave that with you. Smart, very, very smart. I don't see her trying to be like a smart ass in the sense of trying to prove herself or trying to one up somebody, but I feel like she used her intelligence for the greater good is what I'm getting from her too. Also, there is a feeling of people remembering her. So I sense that she really touched the lives of a lot of people for the short amount of time that she was on this planet, that she, wow, I'm seeing things in memory for her for sure. So she knows that she hasn't been forgotten. She says, do you have not so much an altar, but a place that you go and talk to her, that you communicate? So this could be in your home or something like that, that is a place that's like, this is Haley's heaven. This is Haley's spot. Does that make sense for you?
Yeah, there's a place that I go that I like to relax and kind of talk with her and just meditate on life and with her.
Good. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're meditating. She says that with her passing, your world went from 0 to 100, but very different than you expected. I sense that even before her death, there was a layer of beliefs or a layer of there's more, but I also feel like she was the catalyst to really push you in another direction as well. She's telling me that she left siblings behind. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
She's
an older brother.
An older brother. Okay. Is he sort of stubborn?
Not really stubborn so much, but he's learning in life.
She shows me his arm is crossed, and this feeling to me is maybe he's not sure about mediums or he's not sure about certain things, but she's just sort of laughing about his journey, not in a negative way of like he's a bad guy or anything, but Mom, I'm not really sure. So that's the sort of energy that I feel, that she's kind of like, I want to haunt him, Mom, to let him know I'm around. She also feels like she was in the very beginning stages of her life unfolding. So this feels like I'm at a time in my life that as a parent, you may think, okay, we're never done with our jobs, obviously, but I feel like there's a place like, okay, Haley's in this place. I feel like there's a strong sense of foundation. I feel like she's doing really well. And then this happened. Does that make any sense to you too?
Well, she was, I think that she knew what she wanted to do with life. I think she just didn't really have that complete opportunity. She was very kind of an old soul, that she really knew what things were important in life, things that were important to her.
How old was Haley?
She was 10 years old.
Okay, I will go with the old soul thing. Because I'm not seeing 10. I am definitely seeing this child of, and wisdom is what I keep getting, the child of wisdom and the child of knowing and the child of, I got this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
My whole body is here. Was she sick too?
Yes.
Okay.
Haley was 10 years old. She had started to feel sick on a Tuesday. Actually, on a Monday, she was feeling sick. So On Tuesday, we took her to the hospital and they did a bunch of tests on her, trying to figure out what was going on. And they concluded that she has the flu. Go home, fluids, rest. And that's what we did for 2 days. And then on the third day, she woke up and she wasn't feeling well. She called out to me from her room and I laid with her for a little while. And then she just started talking strangely. So I got up and was getting her dressed to go to the hospital. And then a nurse had called me back and she says, "Is that her breathing oddly?" I said, "Yeah." And the nurse asked, "Well, her lips blue?" And I said, "I hadn't noticed, but yes." He says, "You need to call 911. So we took the ambulance and went to the hospital and she died at the hospital.
I'm going to go back to what she's telling me. There's a really sense of relief. And this is to me, maybe before her passing, maybe we thought we got it, or maybe we thought things were going to be different or better. Does that make any sense at all? And
No, it was fairly quick. She was sick only for a short time.
I got to figure this out, because the sense she gives me is, okay, this is how it feels. I'm worried, but I'm not overly worried. So either this is her energy or a feeling of maybe the medical community telling you something. I just keep getting that maybe it's considered false hope.
Well, I felt like the morning that she died, that I always said that I felt like my intuition was gone. Like I knew that she was sick and that we needed to get her attention, but I had no idea that it was.
Okay, so maybe that's where I feel like everything was like, it's not as bad as we think. That's what I keep feeling. And so the way she's expressing it to me, it's like, oh, we're going to be okay. We got this. But obviously in our intuition, I think sometimes our mother's intuition, we want it to be right on. And I also think that sometimes our intuition should not be right on. Mm-hmm. You know, I think that part of that fear and listening to that, she, sweet face, sweet girl. She does not feel like 10. And I don't feel like she behaved like she was 10. So I'll tell you that as well. Could have been 3 days that she was sick, or 3 months, anything around the three?
It probably was 3 days. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and then she died on Thursday.
Okay. So to me, there's an illness but being sick, but not feeling like a long-term sort of energy around this too. I'm having trouble breathing and I'm feeling parts of my heart. I also sense that the doctors I'm seeing a scrambling. I'm seeing a feeling of, let's test this, let's check this. And I feel like almost a sense of we should have, could have, would have. Does that make sense?
Oh, 100%. Yes.
I was trying to understand, like, we thought we had everything. We thought we were okay. We thought we had this child at even 10 years of age that was, you know, and I'm 62, still wondering what I'm going to do when I grow up. But there's a sense of identity or purpose in her, and being 10 and being that caring person for others, you don't see in a 10-year-old. And she's laughing. She goes, "Mom, I didn't hit puberty, so you got out of that one." I think that's her humor as well. She's also saying that for her service, in her recognition of her passing, there was just a huge group of individuals that came, people you didn't even know. And just as they came from everywhere, just thinking this child at the age of 10 still surprised people of what happened to her.
Yeah, she touched a lot of lives.
Yeah. Did this go to her brain, or was she unable to communicate before she passed? Because I'm getting like unable to process.
Yeah, she felt like, you know, she was trying to communicate with me because I was laying in bed with her, and she was communicating with me that she just didn't feel well, that something didn't feel right. And that's when we got up and started, you know, making a move to get her help. So maybe she just wasn't able to tell me that she felt like she was about to pass over.
Yeah, who knows what that feels like. So yes, did she go septic basically in her body? Okay, because I do feel like this is something that we can monitor, but then it just, you know, did a 180 for everybody, because I'm seeing this fever for her, and I'm getting even in the ambulance trying to figure out, like I'm seeing them working on her heart and working on her, trying to keep her, with us. So she just says, she's mom, it was like a movie for sure. Oh my goodness. Does she love animals too?
She loved animals. Yes. We didn't have any when she was growing up, but I had them after she passed.
I'm just seeing animals around her, the love of this.
She loved them, definitely.
Yeah, the love of animals, the love of her. I feel like this is a typical 10-year-old on so many levels, but also, like I said, the old soul of this 10-year-old, just wise before her time and just living life the best and being there for other people. I mean, her bringing through the other male to me is just a sign of Haley recognizing other people. Like, I'm not the only one here. Right. So whether you expected that individual or not, it's to me, acknowledging this. Did her school also do some things in honor of her? Because I'm seeing that she's recognized still in her elementary school, or she says elementary school. And she's also feeling like, well, guess what? I don't have to do any homework anymore. I'm seeing the glass half full with her. She also believes that you communicate with her. She says that you acknowledge her and you feel her around. And she was part of this session is to let you know, to be validated for you and to let you know that she's around. What's the number 8?
Number 8.
8 years, the month of August.
8th of August, it's not her birthday.
Did something happen this August?
Nothing I can think of. Is it definitely August or just the number 8 that we're looking at?
Just the number 8. She gives me 8, so I just try to give you some ideas of what it may mean. I'm going to leave that.
Nothing's coming to town. Nothing's coming to the top of my mind.
That's okay. And she says that you carry her with you. So do you wear something or have something that you carry with you that's hers?
Well, I have a tattoo that is all for her.
Okay. She says that you do talk about her, that you're not afraid to talk about her. She's showing me that is her dad less connected or less involved or less there?
Yeah, her biological father is not in the picture. My second husband actually adopted the kids. Okay.
She just says that I think she wants to acknowledge her dad, meaning the one that adopted her. Mm-hmm. Because I felt like the other father is the distance. And what she's saying is that he's also been a cheerleader for her. Mm-hmm. And that she's happy about that. She says it's to take the trip to, I'm seeing like warm weather. So are you guys taking a trip?
I would like to start traveling more. And it's something that we have in the works with our plans with life is to start traveling more.
Okay, she's got the thumbs up. She will be with you. How long has Haley been gone?
21 years. It'll be 22, I guess 21 and a half years.
Okay, so she does feel like the adult. No wonder she's coming through as an adult. She's still bringing me 8. So I'm going to leave that up to you. How old was she when your husband adopted her?
Probably, let's see, she was 8 actually when, I think that was the year he adopted her in 99. Yeah.
So when she after that started talking about the dad figure, so that was her bringing up the connection between the year, her being 8 and him adopting it, which was only a couple of years. Mm-hmm. So the 2 years of her life with him makes her feel like she was very much loved by him as well.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. And she says you work too hard.
Well, I actually just retired from my job of 25 years. So it's good. I was working too hard and it was a lot of stress on me. So it was time to go.
I think that's what she's bringing up. Like, you work too hard. It's time for the travel. I want Dad to know that I appreciate him adopting me. Her brother,
she sees him going on with his life too.
Yeah, and I feel like he's making, like, he remembers Haley for sure. There's it's definitely that. But she says that he's making choices to make his life happier.
Yes.
And that she's proud of him. And I feel like maybe before that, there was a little bit of resistance or stubbornness for him. But now that she says he's on this roll,
Mhm.
she's happy for him being on the roll. And that's how she's describing it.
Yeah, I think that's how I would describe it too.
Yeah. Is there any connection to a sheep?
Sheep.
And if not, I have an idea of what it might be.
I can't think of anything.
The only other thing I can think of, is there any connection to Ireland or England, somewhere like that?
We just got back from Ireland in October. It was our 25th wedding anniversary, and so I saw a ton of sheep. Oh my gosh, yes. In Ireland, I was on an excursion and tons of sheep.
Okay, so that's what she's bringing up, is the sheep. I just want to cry because she's just such a great communicator. It makes my job and you're getting the validations. So again, these are metaphors that I get to try to figure them out, like the number 8 and the sheep. So next time I'm going with you, but not on your anniversary, right? So this is her way of talking about the travel, seeing what's happening, seeing that her brother's on this roll, that he's making this really great life choices. Any questions that you have for her?
Well, I was curious about the people that are around her, and there's I've been on cruises with other bereaved parents where I just feel like I have a special connection with them, and that I feel like our children also connect on the other side.
Absolutely.
So I just wonder if that is how things happen there. Is that what she's?
That's probably why she brought through the young male. And we're not here to talk about all of them, but when she brings people through, it's not like they're together 24/7. Just like Debbie, you're with your husband, you're with your son, but you're not with them 24/7. And that's the same thing when we do a reading. She's bringing through certain people to say, I'm here with so-and-so to let you know. And especially if you're wondering if you're there with some of these bereaved parents, her bringing through a young male is just to say, Mom, yeah, I got them too. And and it's again them hanging around, and that would be Haley. She's definitely that individual that is going to connect with other people and connect with them and bring them through, which that's why I just love her and thought she was much older than 10. So what are you taking away today, Deb?
I'm just very happy to feel her again. After 21 years, you kind of think, well, maybe she thinks that I'm okay and that I, just living my life and always living my life as trying to make it worthwhile, making life worthwhile. And even with her passing, and it's such a hard, heavy passing, that I've still found a way to live life, and her bringing that through. And that's a validation for me as well, is that she's still here. She's not just, okay, Mom, you're all right. I'll see you later.
And all right, I don't think a parent is ever all right when it comes to the loss of a child. You're just in a place that you can still manage life and still have that connection. And that's the beauty of, connecting with somebody that has done a lot of work and has, learned to connect. But my biggest thing is I'm so honored that you were willing to share your story and share Haley with all of us, because hopefully we'll help other parents, and because it's all about that healing and that connection for sure.
Yeah, that's really important too, is I always want to be there for others that have lost a child. And if this helps anyone to know that, yes, you can still have a life and still feel happiness, because that was something that I struggled with for quite some time, is feeling that happiness, feeling like I deserved that happiness. And
well, obviously in England and Ireland, yes, with the sheep.
I'm going to print that picture of the sheep now and put it up.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us, Debbie, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Deb. Haley was a fun girl. She wanted to have fun all the time. She wanted to play with her friends. She wanted to ride her bike, play softball. When she was with the family, we wanted to play cards and play board games and play with her cousins, and she just never wanted the fun to end. I go a lot by how I feel about things and how just the feeling that I have with Deb, that I really feel like that she was connecting with her. Many of the things that she talked about with just her old soul, where she was really a caring young girl, that she loved her friends and family, and they were all very important to her, and that she wanted to make them happy. Well, I love that she brought up the sheep, and at first it didn't ring a bell to me, but then as soon as she said, England or Ireland, we were just there for our 25th anniversary, so it was really a validation for me. Well, when she brought the mail through, there was somebody else that I kind of had in my head that I was expecting, that I thought, hey, if this person would come through, I would definitely know it. But she brought through someone else that was on my list, somebody that passed within the last couple of years, and he was our neighbor, and I felt like I needed to reach out to his mom, so I think this will prompt me to do that. I do feel like I connect with Haley. I currently live near the ocean, and I like to go out to the ocean, and that's where I feel my best connections with her, just feeling that calmness. I really have recognized today that is my connection with her, is when I'm feeling that calm. It's that I think that she's there with me to help me settle down. You kind of forget that they're always here. In my mind, I know that she's always here, but sometimes I forget. And if I'm not having those validations or feeling that connection with her, and this reading was definitely a reminder to me to keep that thought in the front of my mind, so that I can always feel that calmness with her near me.
Thank you for watching Grieving to Believing. I am always grateful to be the messenger to connect a parent with a child. We hope that you subscribe and share the show with someone that needs healing from the loss of a child. Remember that when your loved ones are on the other side, they are still by your side. I'm Deb Sheppard. We'll see you next time.